I retired for 2 years and I hated almost every single minute of it. All right, I'm being a little bit dramatic, but hear me out. So in 2021, I hit pretty big with NFTs, and taking that money combined with my online business and my affiliate marketing activities and the fact that I was just tired out from making all these YouTube videos, I decided that perhaps it was time to hang up the rope for good and taste some of that good, sweet old retirement. So that's what I did, and it turned out to be wildly disappointing. And this sounds pretty douchey. I know, I'm like, oh, bro, I retired. It's not what I thought it would be. But hear me out, because I think there's a lesson that I hopefully can impart and articulate in a way that will benefit you greatly. It's something that I wish I knew going into this whole online business thing, because I think it would have changed my decision making in a different way, and perhaps I'd be a lot better off for it. So let's jump in. So I did all the cool stuff. This is around 2021. I did a lot of vacationing in Europe. I spent time in Switzerland. I went to Turkey. I went to France. It was all really cool. I went to a friend's bachelor party in Miami. We got to stay on Star Island and an Airbnb across from celebrity houses like Oprah and P. Diddy. Is this too soon? I didn't get diddlered. Did cool yacht parties. I took up a bunch of new hobbies like accounting. I took up programming. I learned Python. I was able to jump back into martial arts. I was able to spend a lot of time in investing, which I'm glad I did, because it allowed me to exit out of retirement better off than when I went in. And best of all, I got to play a ton of video games. I played a lot of hours of Rust. I'm glad I did it. In retrospect, I'm glad I took those 2 years of retirement to find out some of the things I'm going to share with you here today. So what I found is that, like, vacation, going on trips and traveling and seeing all kinds of cool things, it's fun, but it's not really that fun. You know, video games are fun, but they're not that fun. The novelty, once it all wears off, it not only stops being fun, but a lot of times you start to resent playing those things. Like, I started hating traveling after like a month of that. I was done traveling. I didn't want to play any more video games. I started feeling guilty. I started feeling anxious playing the video games. What I found, there's really not that much stuff in life to do after doing all the cool stuff. Like, it's not really as cool as you think it is. So what's left? Well, nothing. Life's pretty boring. There's nothing else to do. But what there is something to do, what does provide real fulfillment, lasting fulfillment in life, that is having something to put your mind to create good works in life. The feeling of fulfillment is 5 times more powerful than chasing external short-term releases of happiness. It's not the same. I know this is kind of a redundant topic. It's probably been beat to death on YouTube, but I'm hoping I can provide a different perspective on it, hopefully by rambling on here. So an analogy that I found pretty useful, I'm sure you've seen this in real life too, is, have you ever seen an old person arguing with someone, like, let's say a grocery store cashier, over something petty? Like, they didn't get the discount that they thought they would get, or the coupon expired, and they are fighting tooth and nail to the end to win this small battle. We see this all the time. And I think one of the big reasons this is because they don't have something to put their mind to, and because of that, a darker negative way of living kind of takes over. Because if you don't have your mind churning to higher level thoughts, it just devolves naturally into base levels of living. So you become more egotistical. You dwell on slights, how you were slighted in life. You become heavy. It's hard to think of creative thoughts. And that's just what you devolve to if you let your mind kind of run on its own. So what I found is that as retirement went on, I started losing confidence, slowly but surely. And it's this weird thing, you don't notice it at first, but work provides a level of confidence that you can't get any other way. And confidence is so important. That's how you feel. That's what gives you that's how you feel good in life. Yeah, it's so deadbeat. Yeah, that's how you feel good in life. Confidence gives you a feeling of power, personal power, like you are capable. And as you don't exercise that, slowly but surely that degrades. So what follows is troubles making decisions, decision-making power declines. Seeds of self-doubt start to raise, seeds of fear start to get planted. You start to lose your courage. And in my mind, these are the most valuable assets anyone can have. Like, it doesn't matter what your bank account says. If you don't have these assets in place, you are in trouble. You're in trouble because if something bad happens, you're not going to be equipped to handle those situations, like, no matter how much money you have. So Having those assets and the feeling for or fulfillment is what makes up a good life. That's the good stuff. And when you don't have that to pursue and to go after, you just don't have a good life. Okay? And that's where the old people start squabbling. That's where the squabbling and quarreling comes from. And and the most shocking thing was to me is how hard it was actually to come back out of retirement. I thought that I would just be able to flip the switch and get back to where I was. Like, let's take affiliate marketing, for example. This is something I've done more times than I can count. And it took me several months just to get back to granted, this was like a brand new income, a brand new like AI YouTube channel, a topic I didn't have any assets in. But it took surprisingly long, several months, just to get back to that $100 a day mark. Like I thought I'd be able to jump back in and just get back to it, but it wasn't the fact that I didn't have the skills, because I had all the skills in the world to do it. Mentally though, because of that self-doubt, I take one step forward, almost one step back. One step forward, almost one step back. And that loss of confidence in there, even to this day, I can feel, even though I've worked and got a lot of it back, I can still feel my thought process affected. And I know it's going to take me a little extra time to get back into the mojo, but it's returning. But what I'm saying is that it's hard to build something up, but it's quick to lose it. So that is in retrospect, like, and kind of analyzing everything, I'm glad I did the retirement. It was a nice kind of way to rejuvenate, and I earned it. Like, I definitely earned it, but it had its drawbacks. And by the way, I will be actually releasing content about these AI YouTube channels coming up. I just want to do these cool videos. This is what I want to talk about. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about retirement? Have you taken an early retirement? I know this is common with a lot of internet marketers. We all usually kind of go through these phases. Have you done it before? What was your experience? Are you looking forward to retirement? Comment below. I love to hear what you have to say. And in addition, I released a video the other day labeled, "I dropped out of college and made millions. Here's why I regret it." And there's a nice discussion ensuing about this topic. So if you haven't watched this video here, I think I created a couple interesting points about that hasn't really been discussed too much on YouTube about college and how it can actually benefit entrepreneurs if they go and do it. This is from the perspective of a lifelong entrepreneur that's also a college dropout. So watch that video. My name is Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm gonna go take myself a very long nap because I'm tired out for making this video. I'll see you later.